Hello everyone, in this video I will talk about maths required for data science. So if you're planning to switch in the data science domain or if you are preparing for the data science, then there are few mathematical concepts that you should know. And before jumping into any machine learning algorithm, you should first have a proper understanding about the statistics and mathematical concepts. Then only you will have a proper understanding about the mathematical intuition and logic behind the machine learning algorithms. So yeah, I'll start. You should have a understanding about the statistics. So these are the things which I have written over here. Then linear algebra, and then some amount of calculus. So inside the statistics, you should have understanding about the descriptive statistics. So inside this, we will cover mean, median, mode, and other things like uh, variance, covariance, correlation, uh, all these things will cover inside this. And understanding about the inferential statistics. So under inferential statistics, we will be covering confidence interval, then p-value, and estimators. Then some insights about the mathematical statistics, that is probability. So probability, conditional probability. So it is basically to have a proper understanding of machine learning algorithms like naive Bayes. So in naive Bayes, we usually use conditional probability. So these are the things which you should need, and I will be creating one separate video which will cover all the statistics related topics, like very basic and very easy to understand. Then inside linear algebra, we have vectors, so you should know like what exactly vector is, and like how you can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, and what are the properties of a vectors. Like not every numerical quantity is called a vector, so there are some properties, so you should know what all properties are there. And inside matrix, you should know addition of a matrix, subtraction of a matrix, multiplication, then transpose, determinant, inverse of a matrix. So these are the concepts we will be implementing in our recommendation system inside SVD, that is a singular value decomposition. So it is basically required for algorithms like when we have to find out the cosine similarity or something in recommendation system, then we make use of the matrix and vectors. And then inside calculus, you should know basics of the functions, the slope, intercept, limit, plotting. So this is like plotting of a graph. So if anyone asks you to plot a graph of mx plus c, so you should know how to plot the graph for this. So these are the things you will need in algorithms like linear regression, logistic regression, and other algorithms. Okay, and then you should know like how to find out the derivative of a function. Like derivative is nothing but by dx of a function. Then understanding about the gradients of a function, then global minima, local minima, and maxima, and these things. Then understanding of the concave and convex functions. So basically we use the concept of concave and convex function in gradient descent algorithm. Then there are some advanced mathematical concepts like activation functions. So it is basically required for the deep learning part when we go inside neural network. So don't worry, I will be covering all these concepts in my next video. So under activation functions, we have sigmoid, we have 10H, we have ReLU, we have leaky ReLU, and many others. So we have softmax also. So these are the things you should know. And apart from this, you should have understanding, additional knowledge about additional concept. I'll just write it down here. So about the graph theory. So graph theory is also very important concept you should know. So when you have to visualize and understand the relationship between various components, then in that case we use a graph theory. So I'll explain this with an example. So when you want to know how many people who bought a toaster who live in US and have a criminal record as well used the coupon in yesterday's paper. So with graph, you could find out such questions, and if you have all the data in there, and with the help of the paths between them, you can find out the connection between two components. So that's where the idea of graph theory is implemented. And yeah, so this is all about the maths which you need. And apart from this, there are other advanced concepts as well, but I will be covering in my next video. So if you really like the content of this video, please do share, subscribe, and hit the like button.